Hi, sales enablers! Before we dive into managing content, make sure you've watched our Start Guide for Admins. It lays the groundwork by covering workspace settings and content structure planning. If you're already up to speed, great. Let's now explore how to upload, organize, and maintain content that empowers your sales team to perform at their best. Let's start with the basics. What kind of content does Showell support? You can add almost anything that helps your team sell: PDFs, Office files, videos, images, 3D files, web links, and more. Showell automatically converts files to the best viewing format. For example, PowerPoint or Word files are converted to PDF for fast, consistent viewing. But don't worry, the original file stays untouched. You can always download it again as it was. If you want to add interactive or dynamic elements, like forms or product selectors, you have multiple options. You can embed them quickly using iframe links for a fast web-based setup, or use fully customized smart tools that offer the same or enhanced functionality and also work offline. Now let's build your content structure. Let's open a folder and go into edit mode. You can drag and drop content here quickly, but let's click the Add button to view all options. You can upload files, create folders and structure them however you like, including subfolders. Add a link to a website or link to existing Showell content, saving storage and avoiding duplicate uploads. And if your workspace has the Google or Microsoft editors enabled, you can also create documents and presentations directly within Showell. Now let's look at the other tools available in edit mode. You can rename a folder immediately. Below that is a powerful folder-specific search. You can also reorder files in the folder. This sets the default view for users, great for placing key content first. Use the Sort drop-down to change your working view without affecting the default order. And switch between grid and list view, whichever suits your workflow best. Click the three-dot menu to connect to your integration. You can sync individual folders or entire folder structures from your cloud. Now, let's sidetrack for a moment. About integrations. If you plan to build your structure using integrations, it's good to understand your options. Go to Admin Add-ons. Here you'll find all available integrations. You're not limited to these. Just reach out to us to explore custom implementations. Each integration card includes a setup guide and the Authorize option. We recommend using a dedicated integration user to keep the connections stable and secure. Once authorized, your company cloud, PIM, or DAM can sync directly to Showell. Just make sure permissions and sharing rules are correctly set in your external system. By clicking Manage, you'll see what's syncing. Showell syncs every hour by default, but you can also manually sync, reauthorize, or disable linkages and integrations at any time. All right, let's jump back to file management. Once your content is in place, click the Properties icon to open the Properties panel. You'll find everything you need here. Change the title and description. If you use Showell's multi-language feature, you can tag each file and folder with the language of your choice. Speaking of languages, let's briefly show you how to translate folder titles. Click Admin, Translations. You'll be taken to the legacy Showell Admin platform. Most admin features are now available in the Showell app for web, and folder translation will soon be added there as well, so stay tuned. Once there, click Generate New Table to view the full folder structure. Each folder shows its location and its current name. The default language is usually English, but this can be changed upon request. You'll see all active languages in your workspace. You can manually enter translations or fill the gaps using AI to auto-translate the table. When you're done, click Save Changes. All right, back in the web app, in the Properties panel, you can also add keywords to help with searchability. If you're using SharePoint, Binder, or other supported platforms, these can sync in automatically. Enable offline access using Keep on Device. This ensures the file is downloaded when users choose to download all content with the Showell native apps. Mark materials as shareable or non-shareable. This not only prevents external sharing, It also blocks users from downloading it to their device. Choose whether to share the original or converted version of the file. Set a file expiration date. Expired files move to the trash automatically, and you'll receive a reminder before it happens. Access rules will be covered in our dedicated video on users and groups. You can also add a thumbnail for quick recognition and a professional look, especially when sharing externally. Manage the file link name. Every file and folder has a unique URL. You can rename the link or hide the item from being accessible. Just be careful when renaming, as it can affect analytics and existing shares. Under the file's metadata, you can choose to upload a new version. This allows you to update the file while keeping all existing properties intact. Additionally, if the file is shared, visitors in the digital sales room will always see the latest version. Most of these settings are optional, but they help keep your workspace tidy, searchable, and current. Need to quickly manage one or multiple files? Click the three dots on any file to rename, copy, move, duplicate, edit access, or remove it. To manage multiple files, use the check marks. A toolbar will appear letting you move, delete, or bulk edit properties like shareability, share format, keywords, expiration, and language. If you've removed files, they go to the trash folder. Go to Admin, Trash to see all deleted items. You can restore or permanently delete them from here. Keep in mind, files in trash are stored for 60 days before they're permanently deleted. Now, let's visit Admin General Preferences. Under the Files section, you'll find these key settings: Download, Save to Device. You can let users download files freely with easy-to-find download options, such as by clicking the three dots under a file's thumbnail. You can restrict access further, so it's only available via the top right menu inside the file viewer, or disable downloads completely. Then there is also the Open In option. This lets users open files in programs like PowerPoint or Adobe Reader. The same access options apply as with the download setting. Now, let's look at a powerful file organization tool. Smart Folders. These are dynamic folders that update automatically based on filters you set, like file type, language, or keywords. Admins can use smart folders to organize the workspace and guide users toward the right content. Let's create one. We'll name it Turbine Images. Set the source folder to Energy and filter by file type. Choose Image. This includes all image formats, but you can narrow it further. Add the keyword Wind. Leave the language filter empty. Sort by modified date so the newest content appears first. Click Done. Now your smart folder will always stay updated as new matching content is added. To adjust it, just open its properties and update the parameters. And finally, live copies. Live copies are the ideal way to reuse content across your workspace without uploading it multiple times. Whether you're working with files or entire folders, they allow you to place the same content in different locations while keeping everything perfectly synced. They go beyond what traditional copies or links can do. Copies are disconnected. You'd have to update each one manually. Links are fragile. If the original is moved or hidden, they can break. But with live copies, you get a stable, connected structure that stays up to date automatically. There are several use cases for live copies, but the most common is this one. We recommend setting up a dedicated master folder, a central place where you as an admin manage all content that needs to be reused elsewhere. It keeps your workspace structured and gives you a single source of truth for important materials. Optionally, from the Properties panel under Access, you can remove privileges so only admins can see this folder. This ensures users only see the content where it's intentionally placed, not inside the folder your team manages behind the scenes. We cover more on access rules in our dedicated video. Inside the master folder, you might organize content by type. Let's open the Documents section. Here, we've added a file called Product List and Features. Now let's say this file needs to appear in several locations, like 5 folders within the Machinery section. Instead of copying or uploading the file 5 times, we'll create a live copy in each folder. To do that, open the first folder, Brochures. click Add and choose Add Live Copy. Navigate to the master folder and select one or multiple files, or even an entire folder. In this case, we'll just select the one we need. Note that at the top, you can also search or pick items from My Files. Click Done, then Add. Now repeat the same steps for the other folders, like Construction. Once added, opening the file's properties confirms it's a live copy. You can also detach it if needed, turning it into a standalone file. Let's have a look back to the original. This file is now marked as a master file. You'll also see a Live Copies tab at the top showing all locations where it's been copied. As an example of how a live copy updates, let's change its title. Back in the Machinery folders, the updated title appears immediately in all live copies. And here's another benefit: efficient storage. Even if a large video appears in multiple different folders, it only takes up the storage of the one original video. This applies when users are working with the native Showell apps, downloaded from the app stores, which support full offline access. Keep in mind that you can also live copy a folder. This is a great option when distributing content to different teams or regions. If you live copy a folder and later add new files or rearrange content in the original, those changes are automatically reflected in all locations. No extra effort needed. Just remember, always make updates in the master folder. If you change a live copy directly, it breaks the connections and thus becomes a standalone item. From that point on, it will need to be managed separately. Live copies help you keep structure, save time, reduce duplication, and ensure your users always see the right content in the right places. So, why does all this matter? Because as an admin, you're not just managing files. You're curating the entire content experience. When everything is structured, searchable, and up to date, your sales team performs at their best. With Showell, you'll keep enabling your sales teams.